Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, by Yashem Yahweh Shah, by Yashem Okakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders that were well. And peace and blessings to you brothers up there that's kicking his word and sincerity, also in truth. I listened to this sit down today by the brother from New York, Salakiak. I don't know your name. I want to say this brother right here is an elder. He's been in for quite a while now. I like to watch him. And let's see here. This brother right here, sit down. Brothers be going in. This brother right here, both of them be going in. I like to listen to him in the morning time. This brother, I like the way he speaks because it's very common sense. It's not used with a whole bunch of 50-cent words and things of that nature. So it's very easy to digest. And in this particular video, what he was saying was very important. He was going into, how other people are doing, their thing in different camps, and how, if it's not of GMS, then he's not worried about it. Which is very true. We don't have any control over these, how people conduct themselves. And more importantly, I'll say this. We have to remember that Yahweh Shah has ordained all these, these things to happen, with the Chief Ephraim, HOI, and how, these certain camps conduct themselves. It's all according to the will of Yahweh Shah. Now, the question is this: are you going to be willing to go through that straight gate that the Most High is really setting up for us? And that's a question that all of us have to answer for ourselves, man. Are you willing to go to be uncomfortable for the Lord? Are you willing to suffer for Yahweh Shah? You see, are you willing to come and walk in that same light as or steps of Yahweh Shah? Because when Yahweh Shah came here, what did he do? He sacrificed himself. And we're going to have to do the same thing. You see what I'm saying? Matthew 10:16, behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves. Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves. But beware of men, for they will deliver you up to councils, and they will scourge you in their synagogues. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my name, for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles. And that's what you see going on now. Real soon, we're going to be addressed, by, the aristocrats of America, and within, them persecuting us now, it's going to be to their detriment, and ultimately the Most High is doing this to wake up his elect, and also sealing the faith of those who don't believe, of our people who don't believe. As we get more and more publicity, you're going to have a lot of people out there that's going to be looking, that's going to say, I agree with them, and then you're going to have a lot of people that's going to want to destroy us, man. Especially as it start getting more and more difficult out here to, pay your bills and things of that nature. So we'll be that scapegoat, or that sacrifice for our people. You see? But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not you that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. And the brother shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father the child. And the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death. And ye shall be hated of all men for my name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved. But when they persecute you in this city, flee ye into another, for verily I say unto you, ye shall not have gone over the cities of Israel till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. it is enough for the disciples like it that he be as his master and the servant as his Lord. If they have called the master of the house of Beelzebub, how much more shall they call them of his household? So these are things that Yahweh Shemashah has told us that was going to happen. We are going to be called extremists, fear mongers, racists, fascists, black nationalists, so-called black nationalists. Why is that? Because when Yahweh Shah was on the scene, he was called all types of things. Satan, Beelzebub, like he stated there. They wanted to kill him because Jews wanted to kill him because they, said that he was committing blasphemy. And this is the same thing going on now. So we're not above Yahweh Shah. Yahweh Shah was uncomfortable when he was on this, when he was here in his incarnation as Yahweh Shah. And we're going to become uncomfortable, as we are toward to be the elect of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. It's not going to be comfortable, but us that endure to the end, that those are the people that's going to receive that crown. Most I wonder, I'm one of them. That's why we are toiling, as much as we do to receive that crown, man. But first, you have to be willing to give up your life. So as we see, it get more and more uncomfortable out here. For us, we could try to defend ourselves as much as we can, or we just simply preach the word and accept the fact that it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be difficult. But it's necessary because Yahweh shall ordain it. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of the Most High, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto the Most High, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is good and acceptable and perfect will of the Most High. That's right. So really just focusing in on that first verse, and it states that the Most High, it states that we are to present ourselves as a living sacrifice, man. You see how we, handle situations and how we perceive certain, things in this world has been drastically changed because of these scriptures, man. You see? And we need to be willing to continue in this walk of ours, no matter how difficult it becomes. This is what we signed up for. So we can't be, in awe or astonished at the fact that, we're being persecuted. But now it's the time for us to raise our understanding, because we've been prophesying about this for years, man. About this straight gate that we had to enter. Matthew 7:13. Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Because straight is the gate, and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it. So we understand the will of the Heavenly Father, but being that we are against this world is going to make it very difficult for us to remain on that walk. That's why it says that we have to be transformed by the renewing of our mind. We have to be, convinced that this is the truth. Otherwise, the world is going to swallow us up. You see? So the question that each of us have to ask ourselves is this: are we willing to be a sacrifice? Call Allah Yahweh by Yashim Yahweh Shah.